Let's begin. Anti-Graveyard versus We Love the Graveyard. Now, if we want to read one of these cards, Rusia, does it have to send the card to the graveyard? It's a cost. That's the problem, that if it mentions graveyard in the cost, then you can't pay the cost. Send to the grave to draw, not a legal activation if the cards are forced to be banished.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Sylvie is here on Summon Ash Blossom Negate, and boy, Sylvie negated every single duel. Turn one play negate. Rusia special summoning. We're going to send the Toy Soldier that we set from our hand, drawing into a random maxi, triggering the Toy Soldier to reborn itself to now search for a toy box. Duel is not triggering on summon since it was not used with a Tuner Synchro. The Hallowed Azamina returning the fusion on field. That is unfortunate. We didn't have a good way to get it in grave. And this is what you're supposed to do with this. You activate your Hallowed Azamina and you chain the Wanted Seeker. Then on resolution, after searching for a Diablo Star, you send the Wanted Seeker to the grave. Come to us. Nicely done. Then send it before it's sent to the grave naturally. To now make the Sylvia fusion, which is an Omni negate. Diablo Star is going to send our Sinful Spoils Deception, which will set itself back on the field during the end phase. Looks like we're reaching the end of this turn as we randomly draw into another card here. Come to us, not a hand trap. What are our disruptions? We have the ability to negate anything with Baron to Floor, negate anything with the Sylvia, and flip the entire opposing field face down with the Diabel. And we also have the Sinful Spoils Slumber, which could flip a special summon monster face down. Now, the Baron de Floor is an activation negate that destroys. The Sylvia is an effect negate that does not destroy. All right, let's go. Shifter off the top of the deck. Ain't no way. That was way too late. Now it's dead. Special summon Unicorn. And on the attack, which we chose to not activate since we didn't want to be destroyed by Baron de Floor, we're going to be flipped face down. We have 3 more disruption. We're going to tribute, Shifter, tribute summon into Typhon. Typhon immediately turns off the Baron de Floor. She cannot use her effect, but the Sylvia can negate. We could also chain Diablo to its effect if we want to, as it's going to return a monster on the field back to the hand. Sylvia is going to go through with that negate. Mate, I don't think so. We're going to finger the Sylvia as we should, just like that, like a Phantom of Yubel susceptible to the finger. Negate and banish. As we now return back the Baron de Floor, which could not activate. But we all know what happens when you summon Typhon. You lose the duel. We're going to toy box, equip our toys into the back row from anywhere it may be. We're going to now use the LZ, send a toy, summon itself, search for an Esteller. We have not used up the normal summon yet. Toy tank, trigger, reborn from the grave to then tribute itself to reborn the LZ Azamina. We're going to normal summon Sylvie, search our deck. We have Silvera, he is now here. Flip the opposing field face down. We do have double piercing damage over that 2900 defense. Let's see what else we could do here as we grab back the Hallowed Azamina. We're going to Sinful Spoils, send a monster, search our deck. As we now activate the Sinful Spoils of the White Force to fuse 3 monsters into a Guardian Chimera. Guardian Chimera would activate to pop 2 cards on the field. There are no 2 cards to pop on the opponent's side of the field, so it does not activate. As we now make the Rosella go with our Hallowed Azamina. And with this, double piercing damage with that 3,000 attack, over 10,000. Whoa, what is this? It's saying everything? Battle step? Okay. During damage calculation? That's new. Whoa, we got the battle details. Interesting. Good job, Konami. Now, what the Fool lost. If we summon from the deck or the extra deck, they would be drawing if it weren't for our crossout designator, but now we max seed. There you go. You bait them with the non-max seed card first. They whip out their finger, they whip out the crossout designator, they whip out their Ash Blossom, and then you use your real hand trap max seed. As we grab from the deck our Kashtira Unicorn, I'm going to draw for that. Thank you very much. And now we're going to imperm negate the Unicorn. Now, even though this Fool loss is still activatable, it is negated. And we can see the lingering effects here. There's 2. What is that? We're under the effect of Max C, and if we highlight Crossout Designator, it says Fool Loss is negated for the full turn. Brand new in Master Duel. We're going to special summon the Rise Heart, banish from the deck here, banish from the opposing player, as we now make a Shang-Ri. End our turn. That's it. We got quite a few draws there. As we now, Shang-Ri, I think we normal summon the Rise Heart, we didn't special summon it. We have Ash Blossom negating the Shang-Ri from summoning a Fenrir from the deck, thus leaving us at 0 disruption. We got no play. Eye lags. What can you do? Hallowed Azamina is not a play. We're going to send the Toy Tank to randomly draw into the toy box, reborn the Toy Tank, as we now make a Diabel Queen of the White Forest here. Now we're going to be setting up with a Toy Tank, put our toys into our back row. We need a Sinful Spoil card to activate the Hallowed Azamina. It's dead. Dead Fool Loss. Dead Hallowed Azamina. We do have the Diabel effect to flip the opponent's field face down, though, by summoning a Silvera in response to an effect activation. When do we want to do that? Now, do we chainlink to flip the field face down? No, we chainlink to summon, and then we start a new chain to get flippin'. So in response to a Theosis, it will not get flippin', but it will still flip the newly summoned monster before it has the chance to activate, and maybe we'd want to do that. There you go. Good idea. I think so. As we now get hit with another, well, you max seed me, now I max see you. It's fair. Fair duel. Draw per special summon. There it is, Silvera, as the Theosis resolves, summoning Fenrir. Fenrir now flips face down before it could even activate. Unicorn still does get the trigger to look at the extra deck and banish face down. Nicely done. Fenrir and Unicorn will not be flippable. Shang-Ri is. We have Scareclaw Kashtira banishing from the graveyard the Theosis to summon to then add back the banished Ogre, which we can now normal summon our Fenrir and Unicorn for. Ogre searching our deck for the preparations. Preparations cannot summon from the grave. It's from the banishment or our hand. Ogre looking at the top 5 cards of the deck, and you don't shuffle the deck. You banish one of those 5 cards and put them back exactly as is. So we know the card that we're going to draw into is Tales of the White Forest. Say goodbye to Diabel. Negate any monster we're battling into with our Kashtiras, thanks to the Scareclaw Kashtira. As we now, main phase 2, Arise Heart is here. Now we're screwed. With the Arise Heart, any card sent to the grave is banished instead. That's a scoop. Let's hop into game number 3. Begin. Sylvie on summon, activate. This is the first time Sylvie has not been negated. No Imperm, no Ash, no Veiler. And what we're doing here is searching for what would have been the Tales of the White Forest, but since we already had it, we're going to search for the fusion spell instead. We're now going to LZ Azamina, special summon, and set it up. So now I know that this card is essentially a branded in red. Quick play fusion, Chimera fusion play to get the Guardian Chimera to pop multiple cards in the field. So that will be our one form of disruption, and that's it, plus Max C. That could be enough, though. Popping up to 2 cards in the field could be good. We're going to be activating the Max C early. We're going to chain our Scareclaw Kashtira so they draw 1 less card off of our summon here. Say goodbye to the Tearlament Kashtira, which we could simply reborn with our birth, but under the effect of Max C. What are we willing to do here? We're committing to another special summon, which this could help us with a normal summon. We can normal the Fenrir, and then from normaling the Fenrir, I would possibly not special summon again, or is the Arise Heart too good to not summon? We're special summoning like crazy. What are we doing? Tearlament Kashtira, mill 3 cards off the top of our deck. And now it's time for the Guardian Chimera play. We're going to, instead go to Sylvia for an Omni Negate. Negate anything. We are going to use the Birth trigger to banish 3 cards from the opponent's graveyard face down. Scareclaw Kashtira is going to negate. You're also negated, sure. And let's trigger the effect to search our deck for a Slumber, which could flip a monster face down. We're still going under Max C. We do not care. Rise Heart, banishing Big Bang to banish 3 cards in the opponent's deck face down. As now going to a Shang-Ri. Okay. And we're still going. Holy special summons. Wow. Rise Heart's going to be going with that banishing that Toy Tank for good. Triggering the Shang-Ri, locking up the pendulum scales, but we're not playing pendulum. Cannot be used. Anytime a card is banished face down, the Shang-Ri will trigger. Now, we could get Ash Blossomed here. Ash negates. Now, it's important to note that the Ash Blossom reads that it is discard this card from the hand. It does not say to the graveyard. So this card is activatable under the effect of a Rise Heart, ensuring that everything is banished. Now, if we read the Fool Loss, is that the same thing? Discard this card, same thing. It works. It is activatable. Ash negates. Now, the Esteller is where we have a problem. The Esteller says send the spell and trap card where? To the graveyard. Thus, not activatable whatsoever. It is an illegal activation. And with that, we're screwed. So if we wanted Seeker search for a Diablo Star surely is summonable, right? Discard this card to special summon? Well, it says send a card from your hand or field to the grave. Diablo Star is an illegal summon. Can't summon Diablo Star, can't activate a Stellar. A Rise Heart is a hard counter. And we're going to trigger the Birth, banishing 3 cards in the graveyard face down. This may be one of the better decks to go into, a more simple deck to play if you don't care about Wombo Combo and you just want to counter people playing all the new stuff. Counter the Fiendsmith Engraver, counter all that nonsense. What is good? Is this activatable? I don't know. I'm going to have to read it. So obviously it activated right now, but to be face up on the field. It states, tribute a monster from a hand or field. It is activatable. It's actually fine. And we're just going to banish it. Get it out of here. You're out. Of course, there's no Rise Heart in our grave to finger, continually gaining materials. We will soon not be allowed to set or activate any spell or trap cards as we are on the 3rd zone completely locked up as it's about to resolve now. Just like that. 2 more. We can only set 2. The Rise Heart will be able to trigger it. Shang-Ri during the standby phase, summon for the deck a Unicorn, trigger the field spell to pop a card in the field. We're going to use the Slumber to flip down the Rise Heart. Now, Rise Heart was previously summoned on another turn, thus it could flip right back up. As the Call of the Grave fingers in grave, say goodbye to the Ogre, but this ensures the Rise Heart does not trigger off of you fingering our Ogre. The Birth does trigger, and Birth alone has banished, up to 9 cards now, and we're now going to be under the effect of Fool Loss, draw per summon from the deck or the extra deck. Shang-Ri locking up another back row card here, as the Unicorn looks at the extra deck, and that's it. You cannot activate spell or trap cards. They are illegal. You can activate a field spell if you'd like. Lethal damage. Boy, oh boy. You go into the tournament to play the new cards, and then you get knocked out by good old Kashtira.